Well, you guys, I'm doing something new, something fresh, and I love it. Somebody told me they were bored and decided to do me a theme song. So what do y'all think? I love it. I personally love it. It's amazing. And the great thing about this wonderful theme song, the artist said he was bored is here tonight. You guys are hearing it for the first time. My theme song to my show was done by this wonderful man right here. And we're going to get into his bio. And we're going to get into our conversation tonight. I am so excited. He didn't have to do it, but he did. Come on, Jesus.
Come on.
Tonight, as I always say, we are live. Today is Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. We're in the land of the living, of course. Living another way, but God has something else to explain. We're live on the Facebook page at Sunshine Camila KKMPLA. We're live at the YouTube channel. The name of the show is like, share, and subscribe. We're live on Twitch. We're live at Twitter. Please tell somebody. We need somebody to come in and join in this wonderful conversation. You're going to get some gems. You're going to get some information that you probably would never get. Because I am. I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from me. And proven over and over again since I started the show. September with since the pandemic. And I enjoy I get to learn more and more every time of a new human being who has some dope information, some dope experiences, and sharing their life stories. Once we have a conversation, we understand that we have more in common than we do different. And this is what the world needs, this conversation. So let me get into his bio. Let me pause this wonderful, keeping it real
Yes.
conversations. Okay?
Yes.
Robert Jeffries is an actor, singer, and songwriter. Born and raised in the D, not Dallas, but Detroit. Music has been his passion since he was a little child. His first musical influence was none other than his mother, Emma. At a young age, Robert could be seen standing next to his mother in the senior choir at Pine Grove, belting out tenor notes. The youngest member to date, his musical roots ran deep. As he got older, he forged his own musical path in the youth choir as both a singer and choir director. Affectionately known as Little Emma and Emma Jr., he was recognized for his own vocal abilities. Those abilities opened doors to join Detroit's Michael Fletcher Chorale, where he sang with many of Detroit's legendary gospel artists. The acting bug was soon to follow. He has performed on stage locally and toured with many productions over the years. In 2005, Robert recorded a 4-track gospel EP. Taking a break from his passions, the desire for music continued to burn within him. He returned to the studio and released his first R&B single, One Night Stand, which I love, January 2022. In 2023, he released his sophomore single, Take Me Back, as well as re-releasing his original gospel EP. You guys, I want you to put your hands together, get your undivided attention on the screen, and listen to us. Welcome, Robert Jeffries, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So honored.
Man, I am beyond excited. Mind you, let's go
Uh-oh.
into how I met this man.
Okay.
This was going back to November of last year when we all were cast to be a chorus member of Perilous Times production.
Hmm.
And at first we were at a place in the basement and it was super cold.
It was.
And I said, he had on a burgundy tracksuit, a jumper. I was like,
Mm.
what chocolate drop is this? Who is this?
Oh my God.
He sat there quietly and he just spanned the room. Cause I was watching as well as he was watching. Good evening, Wiley. Um, and then we were able to get into the nitty-gritty of why we were there.
Right.
This man opened his mouth and I knew exactly why he was chosen.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind.
I said, wow, I can listen to this all day. Then we moved into other places to rehearse. And I got a chance to rub elbows with him a lot of times. He became also one of the people in the chorus that I truly fell in love with. I knew he was there. I knew when he wasn't there. Um, and it was always hugs and kisses when I saw him. Always. Um, so yeah. And he was one of those focused poker faces, unless he was in a like playful mood. But however, we are here tonight, and I had promised myself, because of the amount of talent that was in that room, I said I have to get every person on this show
And what
before
I
the
say?
year is out.
What did I say? I said no.
Yes, you did say no. And I kept on asking.
Very persistent.
And then he says, well, not right now, because I'm in the process of rebranding, and because of what we're doing, I don't think that would be. I said, okay, I get it. But when it was over,
When it was over, here we are.
I asked again. He said, well, I got to check my work schedule. I don't want you to be thinking that I'm dodging you or nothing. I said, just let me know. And Lord behold, God had it where he was off.
Mm.
And here we are tonight. So let's get into this wonderful conversation of
Mm-hmm.
these wonderful pipes you got.
Oh wow. It's so funny hearing it because growing up, I never thought I could sing. I was always around music, but I constantly compared myself to other people. And because what I heard from my ears was not exactly what I heard out on radios and major platforms, I had a very, very low self-esteem when it came to my talent. So that was something big that I had to overcome at a very, very early age. And no matter what, I kept being pushed out. But I'm thinking, I'm at my local church. My local church need people to sing. Nobody can sing, so we all got an opportunity. So that really didn't validate anything for me. But it's been a long struggle. So it is still strange to hear people talk about me vocally.
Man,
For real.
now I give kudos all day. But when I hear singing, I hear singing. And your first, without effort, you just, I, who is this man? And they said, oh, yeah, that's Robert. And I'm like, where have I been? That I didn't know who he was. And then when we begin to your particular character, um, you were acting as well as having a lead in the production with a song.
Mhm.
Um, and I couldn't imagine with me the first time hearing it ever hear anyone else singing it ever. You put
It's
a stamp.
crazy.
You
Thank
put
you.
a stamp on this song that I bet not ever.
I was so lucky with Peerless Times. A million years ago, I started off with Peerless Times. I sang with Michael Fletcher Corral, and I met the famous Peggy James, First Lady James, and she was in Peerless Times before. She said, "Robert, come on out, come on out." So I came out, auditioned for the chorus. Of course, I got in at that time, and basically it was just singing, dancing, acting. You were in there, so singing, dancing, and acting, and there was an issue with one of the characters who had been playing double duty. He played both the father, Orlando Wright. He played the father as well as he played the biblical person. And he had an issue with changing quick enough from his father outfit to his biblical outfit. And they were trying to figure out in rehearsal, how are we going to do this? Can we cut time? Can we add this? Can we do this? Whatever. And Peggy was like, Robert, you better learn that song, learn that song. And so I just learned the song. And she told TJ one day, and he was like, well, let me hear it. So I sang it a little bit. And from that point on, I have been asked to come back to do it. I've done it a number of years. We've done gone on tour with it. We did a DVD with Peerless Times in the past, and I was just lucky enough to be asked back to do it again. Well, I wasn't asked back. I auditioned this last time, and they offered me that song again. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad they offered because
Me too.
trying to get through rehearsal, maybe that one or two times that you wasn't there was horrible because we were so used to hearing your voice and
Mm,
how you um, brought that song to life.
mhm.
Um, and even having your presence as a veteran of PT, you would tell us on a sidebar, okay, be quiet, pay attention, make sure no makeup, no earrings, no. And he
Nail
was like,
polish.
no nail polish. You even came up to me on the side like, what you gonna do with those tattoos? Like, um,
Ooh.
what I'm supposed to do with them? He's like, yeah, you get some cover up makeup, and then so they can't see it.
Exactly.
Um, well, I didn't have to really go that far because my gowns was so long it went
Right.
over my arms anyway, so you couldn't
Right.
see.
Right.
And then of course our legs was covered, so you couldn't see that either.
Hmm.
Um, but I really appreciate you,
Thank you.
your spirit, your command of excellence. If no one ever tells you that, I know because I was there. I saw you in rehearsals do what needs to be done, and even extra to make sure that when they wasn't around, you were make sure that we were all in line.
Thank you.
And sometimes that takes a special person to do because everybody don't listen to who
They
ain't in
can't
church.
receive it. It is such a hard it's a balance. And we had an amazing cast. I thank God that, I really didn't bump heads with anybody having to say some stuff, because when you're in theater, it's a job, whether or not you're getting paid or not. Exposure is payment. People see you on that stage, especially that stage. People don't normally have these black African American plays at that theater. So when someone sees you there or years that you were there. Some people who didn't even know much about me, when they heard that I was in Peerless Times at the Fisher. Oh, you must have something, even if I couldn't do it, they were like, something must be special about you. So yeah, it was important that we all were able to come together and do what we did. It was an amazing experience. Yeah.
especially with what they didn't know.
Hmm.
We
Crash
God gave us
course.
a miracle. Yes, God gave
Crash,
us a miracle.
crash
Um,
course.
like wow, what the worst that could have happened? First day, like, oh yeah, this is dress rehearsal. Y'all don't know what it is.
Which is normal. This is normal for us. Well, you try not to have the everybody always says opening night is your first tech rehearsal. So but I mean, hey, no matter what, we got on stage, we did what we had to do. We had professionals and semi-professional people up there, people who followed instructions. They said move, you move, we did it, and we were successful, and that's amazing.
I think the camaraderie of this one, I never been in it before, but this camaraderie, we made sure we all look good,
Oh yeah, and
um,
sounded good.
sound good, and
Shirley and
we
Pam
would.
English. Ooh,
Woo!
I had to
Yes,
take a step back. I was like, "Ooh, we ain't gonna argue." It was on us. They made sure that we
they stayed on
sounded
us, and
good.
I'm saying what I heard from many people, if they didn't hear anything else, they heard that chorus,
Yes,
and to the point where they was like, the chorus need to go record an album.
record.
And I was like, wow, they was really taken back
Hmm.
from the chorus, which is appreciation to not only all of us
Hmm.
in learning our material, but our Shirley Smith
Producers. Oh my God.
and
And
Pam
then
English.
even TJ for writing such amazing
Yes,
songs.
writing
I
amazing songs.
mean, after all of these years, I just can't. Sometimes it's just is I have to sit back and reanalyze, reevaluate it. Um, that production was what, 30 years, almost 30 years.
Hmm.
So these same songs, oh what love,
And my thing was, I heard that song many years.
right?
I thought somebody else wrote that. I didn't know
Mm, yeah,
that that was a TJ song.
yeah,
It's best believe every Easter you're gonna hear that song.
yeah, yeah.
I did not know.
It was a treat. It was definitely a treat to be able to see it. I saw it before I was in Peerless Times, and it was just, they say that it's life changing, life altering, life impacting, and that play is um, very special to me. To be on stage, to witness, um, like you're right there, of all of, not even all, excuse me, a part of what Jesus experienced in his last days. It was just, and then just I can't. Mm-mm. I ain't trying to be deep. Quit
Right.
trying to make me deep.
It was amazing. Like even going into like, you know, you're gonna feel it,
Hmm.
but you still have to stay in character.
And
And
in character,
it
you felt it.
yes,
The characters felt it, so, but you can't just, come out of
you come
biblical
through.
to
I mean,
2023 like, thank you, Lord.
you crying and you missing cues. We
Right.
had to tap a couple of people because they was they was stuck.
Get
Like you
over
want
here.
right, you want to get hit in the head with the
Oh,
cross, you better move.
I had to snatch
So
somebody up. I prayed about it. I was like, oh, please don't let her be bad. She was like, thank you so much, because I would have been out there. I was like, oh, I'm glad. It was a great cast.
yes, good evening, Miss Kelly. Oh, we you know you next, right? I just want you
Uh-oh.
to
Is that my
listen.
favorite?
Listen,
That's my homegirl.
how how she this my opinion. How you gonna take
Ooh.
somebody else's song up and
Mm,
you like I don't even want to listen to the original no more.
mm, mm. In
That's what Miss
rehearsal, she
Kelly
opened
did.
her mouth, and I
Woo!
said, "What the? How we gonna move on from here?"
We was
It was a
upset.
lot of
Like
talent. A lot of
you
talent.
who's singing the song? It ain't the same. I'm sorry. I don't even want the own writer. I don't even want to hear her version. I got it recorded on my phone of Kelly singing the song like she wrote it herself.
Mm-hmm.
At any moment, I can dial back. Hallelujah for technology and say,
Mm-hmm.
I need the spirit right
And a
now of
kind
Kelly.
soul too. She's just
Woo!
sweet. Love you,
I love
Kelly.
her daughters. They're
Mm.
my sweethearts. Um, but let's get into so we know the music side growing up with the musical legacy of your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And did you have those moments with your mom like, okay, here's the note, we gonna keep going over it, or
No. So the crazy thing about me is I'm like a sponge when it comes to music. You sing it one, two, three times, and I got it. I remember, things about it. Now, if you come back and you change it, then it's a struggle to try and flip from what you gave me the first time to what the new things. So those are things that um, the nuances sometimes can be a little bit difficult for me. But yeah, growing up as a child, I used to. People always ask if I have like some type of musical training, and I don't. But I used to listen to the radio all the time back in the 50s. No, back when I was growing up, they played music on the radio, and you put in your blank cassette and you recorded off the radio, and you just listened out. Daryl Coley. I just remember one of my friends. She shared with me this song called "Even Me" by Daryl Coley. She said, Robert, you got to listen to the song. You're gonna love it," because she knew that I liked Daryl Coley, and I mean, I learned it. I digested it. Some of his runs, I was able to perfect some of the runs and make it my own. And I did competitions, won competitions. I sang at Dorinda Colorado Cole's Singers and Musicians Conference back in 2002, I think it was, and won for the best male um, artist, and it opened up a lot of doors for me. Eh, but that is training, mimicking and listening to these artists out there who are doing what you want to do. And finding out what they did to do it, and just I know that's one thing. My friend Peggy mentioned her earlier. She said when she did her first recording, she would put in Kimber Rail and just study some of her runs, and just do it over and over and over again. Yeah. So I didn't have formal training as it's supposed to be in school or all of that. But yeah, I did listen to some greats and try and mimic their style. That was one of the things with me and my mother. You mentioned my mother, and she used to say, "Quit trying to sing like that. Make it your own." Because I was just, you should have standing on the promises. I thought I was Daryl Jr. I was trying to do his stuff, um, his little runs, his the way that he enunciated and formed his mouth, because it was just like I'd never heard anybody sing like that other than females. He was the only male that I knew of who was sky high and doing all those intricate runs and amazing,
I
amazing
think
talent.
between Daryl Coley and James Moore.
Oh yeah, I had an opportunity to sing at one of his recordings. I was part of the choir to do. I think it was his last recording before he got sick. He did it in Detroit, and I was able to be on that. I'm proud to be able to say
Was
that.
that the one, Family and Friends, or was it one before that?
It may have been Family and Friends. I'm not good at titles of
Um, but
albums.
one thing that not only do Detroit have a, I mean, from R&B to gospel, we mentioned Michael Fletcher. I
Hmm.
grew up on Michael Fletcher. Matter of fact, Michael Fletcher and my mom went to high school together.
Okay.
And so you mentioned Peggy James. I might have not met her in person, like, hi, my name is, but
Hmm.
I've watched her over the years when she sung with them.
Yeah.
So they were like our local celebrities
Yeah.
because everyone knows Michael Fletcher.
Exactly.
Everybody wanted to sing with Michael Fletcher. Well, one of the things that I was told with them, that you have to be able to sing all three parts, not just, oh, you're alto, sing an alto. No, you
Hmm.
got to be able to.
He definitely did interchange alto and sopranos, sometimes alto tenor. The funny thing I always say with the tenors, not everybody can sing high, but and some people are, first tenor, second tenor, and we will alternate. That we It was masterful the way that we sometimes alternated between individual singers to make sure that we covered the highs and lows because we sing high. you, the Michael Fletcher chorale, we don't lower keys. We don't do whatever. We modulate 18 million thousand times. And sometimes when we do concerts, we're doing a million songs at once, and so it can be a strain on the voice. So you have to learn some tricks, and that was one of the little tricks that we did in the tenor section. I was younger, so I had a higher voice. Um, at the time. And so when it was time for them high notes, it was a couple of us who just belted out those higher notes. And then when it came to the moderate and lower notes, we kind of sat back and reserved our voice a little bit and let the stronger, more full body voices take over that sound. Or if we knew that the music was playing, we didn't have to sing as hard. But as soon as that music broke, you gave it 175,000%. You had to make sure that sound resounded, and we were known for our tenor section. Michael Fletcher Chorale, we were definitely known for our tenor section. Well, yeah.
Absolutely. Even
Hmm.
to this, I saw them not too long ago, um, when Kenny Lewis came here,
Mm,
and I was like, "Oh, they still got it." Like, what? And they sung, I think it was "Oh the Blood," nothing but the blood.
okay.
Woo! I mean, every song, because they do the melody or whatever, and I was just like, they still got it. They still
Yeah.
got it.
I am still a member. He says,
Hey,
once a member, always a member. So,
my sister Jackie is in the building.
whoop,
Jackie
whoop.
Johnson about to be Stanfield.
Jackie.
Yes,
Hey, I can't see
I'm
the
so excited
names.
for my sister. Oh my god,
Congratulations.
just looking at them makes me cry. Okay,
The talent. Shoot.
what?
Okay.
Come on,
Talk
the
about power couple.
she already know how I feel about her, especially with her singing. She can sing one note, and I'm on the floor. I promise you, one. She can pick one. It don't matter. I'm going in, like literally. So I mean that. I mean that one. She's so gifted, talented, just doing it big out here.
Hmm.
And God is just, man, favoring us, his children.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So Rob, let's get into, we know you as a songwriter. So where do you get your inspiration to write songs?
So I mean, life experiences. There were times when um, life was not always as good, and someone told me just write it down. Write down what you think, what's going on in your head, because sometimes you can't trust everybody with what you're going through.
Absolutely.
You sometimes we go through some hard times, and people will hold on to your struggle and not see your triumph because of your struggle. And
Absolutely.
so we can't really trust everybody with our testimony. So sometimes, I would just, when I would be at home, just going through, I would write. There was a song that I penned back in 2004 or 5 called Trust You. And it says, even when things um, fall apart, even when pain fills my heart, even when friends turn away, even when things days fade to gray, yet I will still trust you. And it was something that I had to pull out one time recently, that no matter what the situation that I go through, God is still there. He's still able to do. He promised it. It's still going to come into pass. It's going to come into fruition. And all we have to do is trust. Trust is some of the hardest things that we can do. To trust God, a being that you haven't seen, a being that you can only um, describe a feeling. It's so difficult, this faith walk. But we have to have what that we call faith. And we have to have that trust in God. So yeah, when that's where it comes from.
So, I'm going to ask you to sing, right?
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
Jackie sing.
oh, I'm not Jackie.
Listen here. Don't have me find where your car at.
Right, you can't see.
Let me find out
I went to the gym. I said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna be late."
the location. Find your
Exactly.
location.
Right.
You can sing whatever you want, sir.
Mm,
Praise the
okay.
Lord anyhow. It don't have to be a gospel song.
Okay. That's the thing. I struggled a while back because I was a little church boy growing up, and that's all I knew was gospel. And life happened, and you start to experience other things. And I said, well,
Hmm. We gonna get
I
into that as
I
soon
don't
as
want to
you get
be
done.
all in the. You're so silly. What do you want me to sing? Um,
Sing what you want. Sing some Luther. I don't know.
this is easy. Baby, since the day you came into my life, you made me realize that we were born to fly. You showed me every day new possibilities, and you proved my fantasies of love could really be. So let's go to a place only lovers go, to a spot that we've never known. To the top of the clouds we'll flow, sing away. Ooh, this feels so crazy. Oh, this love is blazing. Baby, we're so high, walking on cloud nine. So high. Okay, that's enough.
Praise the
So John,
Lord.
John Legend. Thank God for John Legend. Amen.
And you weren't even trying.
I was trying a little bit.
No, you wasn't.
I was trying to get through it.
I knows. I knows.
You're
You
so
weren't even
silly.
trying. That's
Whatever.
listen. I love you. I
I do
paid
too.
quite attention to you. You wasn't even trying. Woo! You play too much. Anywho, so one of my questions that I really wanted to get into, which I deal with a lot, is feeling. Am I? Is it guilt that I have this R&B song? Like, it's crazy. I sing every Sunday, and when
Right.
it's my turn to lead,
Hmm.
my songs come out like R&B songs.
It's so the funny thing is, so when I we'll start off with One Night Stand. So when I wrote One Night Stand actually is about um just what it is, having a one night stand with someone, and you develop feelings with for each other, and you realize that the person that was only supposed to be a one night thing was your eternity. You It's supposed to be about marriage. It was supposed to be about finding your special someone. Everybody's not going to have that same testimony about, I was up in the church and this man proposed to. No, it's not going to happen like that. Everybody's not going to be able to say, I was a virgin before no, no. And just because we have a different path doesn't mean that God can't still bring two people who are meant to be together. We make our mistakes, but and so that's what the song is about. It was about a person who was dealing with someone who didn't appreciate them, messed over them, and they ended up finding somebody that was their everything. So
And a one
that's the
night
one night stand.
stand. Mm.
Do a one night stand, okay? Yes. And when I wrote this song, I debated. Oh my God, because when I hear a song, I hear songs in totality. So um, when I record the song, it's trying to take whatever's in my head and put it on that record. And sometimes it's difficult, especially in the beginning stages of me writing. It was difficult for me to express to the musician who was going to put music to it, or even the producer who was going to try and bring out the best sound out of me for the song. So it to our language was not always the same. I spoke like a singer, not a musician, not like a producer. So that was a little difficult. But that's where I get my inspiration. I get my inspiration from life. And I can't be feel bad about writing about what I'm living. We're not always going to be, going up yonder. I wrote a song about depression because I suffer from depression, clinically depressed, and it's called These Thoughts. These thoughts going through my mind, taking over my life, um, and the way that I wrote the song, most songs start with a issue and it has a happy ending, but for people with depression, sometimes it's not a happy ending.
Right.
Sometimes you still stay in this wave of depression for a while, and so how what do I have to relate to if I'm still in it? Because I'm also a believer that our testimonies are for other people. The things that we go through are for other people. So yeah, it. I guess I look back at some of the people who have paved the way, done both the church and the R&B, and I used to be really really concerned. My biggest problem was the people. It was whether or not they were going to accept my offering, accept my music, accept me, you know because I know I'm a God fearing, believing in God. Yeah, we all have struggles, but it's man who tends to elevate one sin over the other, one issue over the other. So that was my thing. Once I was delivered from the thoughts and opinions of men, um, I didn't care anymore.
Okay. Um. So, like I said, we know that you are definitely an artist. We know that you're an actor. We know that you're a songwriter. If you had a choice, if you had the opportunity, I love to ask this to artists who actually
Hmm.
sing or play.
Hmm.
Who would you love to do a collaboration with, dead or alive?
Daryl Coley.
Okay.
I would love to sing with Daryl Coley. I could not probably keep up at all, but yeah, he was always. um, my favorite artist passing away.
Okay.
And then Luther. I think Luther is an amazing artist. His buttery tone and the way that he phrases words. And I've recently gotten into listening to songs without music, just stripping down the music and just hearing their raw recorded vocals.
Okay.
And uh, that you don't really appreciate singers until you're actually able to hear their a cappella versions of the songs.
Um. Okay. Thanks for coming through, Miss Shirley. You can always go back and replay.
Love you.
Um. But I've been watching the show R&B Money podcast,
Okay.
which is Tank and Jay Valentine.
Mm,
Comes on every Saturday. I think
mm,
10 o'clock our time. But they have on all of these different ones, artists, producers. Everybody has something to do with entertainment,
okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They've had some of the legends. Love you too. Some of the legends, Teddy Riley, you name them, they have been there. They're coming, and they always go back to, you guys need to listen to the new releases of Michael Jackson a cappella, of
To
really
hear him
listening to,
stacking all of those
yes,
vocals and the precision. I mean, yes, it's a recording and it's in the perfected state, so you it should be, but just uh, sometimes five, six different harmonies. It's just the what? It's
yes.
amazing.
Another person that they talked about who has crazy in his mind everything, he's a perfectionist,
Hmm.
which is Music Soul Child.
Oh
They
yeah.
said he would do one note, not
Hmm.
necessarily a line,
Hmm.
50 times,
Yep.
because he was so used to people's opinion.
Yeah.
And it
That,
took him a long time to, like, go through counseling and understand that there were some things that was going on in his life that was causing him to either overdo it or not do it at all.
right. Right.
And sometimes this is one of the things that we don't really talk about when we do have issues. Who do we, and you brought up not really trusting people,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to our inner selves, or going through relationships with people, being hurt, trusting, loving. Oh, I made the wrong decision again. How do I get here? I mean, trying to, uh, I'm trying to be a peacemaker, but then it ended up hurting me
Hmm.
anyway,
Hmm. Hmm.
because I'm trying to not hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I believe people are, and I think I'm gonna write a song about this, being in love with the idea of being in love.
Mm. Because you think
Because I
that that's what you're supposed to do, you know.
exactly,
Hmm.
just like, it was, taught without saying,
Hmm.
oh, young ladies, you grow up to be wives and mothers,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that's what you do.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really.
Yeah.
I wanted to be outside with the boys.
Or even the path that you take, you may take it in a different order. You know, it may not be for you to um, go get married, have kids, and blah, blah, blah. It may be go get your education, have get married, have kids, or not have kids, or any number of variations of in your life, but we tend to do things. I had to escape from that as well. When I hit 30, I stopped living for other people. I'm 46 now, and it took me down some good and bad paths, but it was something that was necessary for me because I was only doing things based on what the expectation was for me, and I didn't know who I was as a human you like using the word human being. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what my path was supposed to be. Yeah, some of it was the same stuff that people, put on me, but I didn't know it for myself. And sometimes we have to know what it is, who we are. We have to know who we are, and
Absolutely.
not do things just based on
Based on
other
others.
people'
Mhm.
expectations.
Like
Yeah.
I wrote a song about a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are close to me know I want to be a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you tell them your age, you're 45 and you don't have no kids, they look at you like you have a disease. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just didn't happen. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like I didn't try. It just
Mm-hmm.
didn't happen. And
Right.
then you have to sit like you have to explain yourself like, okay, so the song says, well, baby, one day we'll meet.
Mm.
I don't know if it's on this side of earth or is it in heaven. I don't know. Yes, I want to be your mother, but the time hasn't come yet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't apologize for something that I have no control over.
Right.
And then you play the song for others and they're in tears, and I'm like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel sorry for me, but there's no need.
Right.
Maybe on this earth I'm not supposed to be a natural mother.
Mm-hmm.
I have, please believe, I have helped several people with their children. But in the meantime, at one point it was hurtful. Like, man, when Mother's Day come around, you get in your feelings because, like, I want to be a mother. And then it's like, well, look at all the stuff that you're doing right now. I
Right.
feel like I have a second win at life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm acting when I wasn't doing that before. I'm
About to be a
singing,
model. Come
modeling.
on, model
Come
runway.
on. They didn't change my name from Sunshine to Spicy now.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, really? She said, stop hiding.
Mm.
And this is where we are. We are in the moment of being out loud,
Mm.
loving ourselves, all of us,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're out, we're doing, you have released new music. Come on, somebody. You out here outside with it.
Come on.
Come on. You
And
out in
that's
the
the thing.
karaoke
It's
places.
just crazy, when I think about, because I was like, I can't write, but one night, like I said, I was just writing stuff that I was going through. My prayers to God, my tears to God. This is back in 2003, 4, 5 when I did the first thing. I just was writing down little scraps. One day when Michael Mendengalis, who produced my gospel stuff, and one day I just collected scrap sheets of paper and just started piecing together stuff. Different conversations that I had, different thoughts I had. Even with one night stand, I took that. Like I said, I hear in totality, but I in sections sometimes, and I just started writing down, little lyrics with "Take Me Back," the new single that came out, that my brother, the track that my brother did, and my daughter singing on the track with me. Um, it was just, I look back at a message that I sent to one of my friends. He's a musician. And I was like, this is a concept that I'm thinking about. When I looked at the concept that I did on my little phone, just like I did your little your theme song on my little phone, and this thing, um, I it was almost the same as what I actually recorded in the studio with Tony Charman. So I see a certain vision and I see it almost the way that it's supposed to go. I may not be able to bring it out myself, but
Mhm.
somebody, we can all pull it together.
And then I'm glad you brought that up. So, Tone, who I used to work with at a dentist place, dental place,
Okay.
uh, out in Farmington Hills. He was doing tracks then. I was
Hmm.
doing spoken word, and I was at the point like, should I be a singer? Should I not? Should I stay in the church? Should I not? And I kept battling because what I was talking about had nothing to do with. And I was like, "Ooh, the church people gonna put me in hell."
And they don't have a heaven or a hell to put you
Exactly.
in.
At the time, I was frustrated. I was mad. It was all these different feelings. So it was spilling out.
Right.
And he was like, "Well, let me know, let me know." And then I ended up going to a different job, so I never saw him again.
Mm.
And then I think Perilous Times, I saw him leaving the theater. I'm walking behind him. I'm like, "Ooh, that looks like." So I inboxed him a couple of days later, like, "Were you at?" And he was like, "Yeah, that was me with my girlfriend." Didn't know that you
Hmm.
guys knew each other. So he inboxed me today, like,
And
"Yo, I didn't
and
know you and Rob."
Aria is his sister, the young lady who sang the duet.
No,
Yeah.
wait,
The
wait,
funny
wait.
thing,
The one that was singing with Kisma?
yes, that's
Shut
his sister.
up.
Hmm.
Shut your mouth.
I met them. I was doing praise and worship at a church, and his mother was the praise and worship um, leader. I was one of the praise and worship leaders. She was a musician. She was also the praise and worship leader as well. And they were kids. And fast forward a million years, I found out that he produced music. He did tracks. And I saw him one day. I let him hear a song that I was working on with Conru. And he was like, "I love it. I love it. I love it." I said, "Okay, cool. You know, let's get together. Let's work on something." I'm still leaving
Small
this
word,
for
I know him
Conru.
too.
Leaving this. Shout out to Conru. That's my boy.
Yes, I know him
Um,
too.
and I still got that song that I want to do with Conru, but I was working with Tony. The price was right, and I believe in working with people who don't necessarily have a name. When I come up, you come up. When you come up, I come up. Versus sometimes dealing with big heads, and it's not. Um, necessarily about the vision. It sometimes they can take over, so let's build it together. We both come up at the same time. So yes, that's his sister.
That is crazy. And I've been trying to get in touch with her too to get her on her because she is
Amazing.
stupid amazing.
Yes, she
Stupid
is.
amazing. And
Yeah,
she beautiful.
and she's
Stupid.
beautiful, and that baby. Yes.
Oh my God. I think
Yes.
I sent a message to her. I think it was around Mother's Day, and I think she had a photo shoot with her and her son. And I
Mm.
was just like, that don't make no sense.
That
Like,
family is musically inclined. Deborah, his mother, she is amazing. He's amazing. He can sing too. He
I
had
don't
a
think I ever heard him sing, but I knew
he
he
has a
was
couple
playing
tracks with him. Yeah.
instruments,
Mhm.
and he was doing tracks. And
Yes.
I told him today, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to do something with you too. Um, and it don't make no sense.
And
It's
he
too much.
produced he mixed the theme song for you.
I know that's what he told me. He said, "Man, I didn't know." Oh, so for those who are just not getting on, I'm gonna play this that this man did for me, and I
I was
appreciate it.
bored.
That's what he
So
said.
so don't come
Hey,
for me for my
Alpha.
vocals.
Okay, so because he was bored, this is what he came up with, and this is what I'm gonna use for my theme.
So what
Hey,
can I
don't
do
it
for
sound
you?
like you want a ballroom? Come on now. That's me all
Yes.
day anyway. Hey,
Conversation.
y'all better stop playing with us. Stop playing.
I
Stop
said
playing.
she needs her own theme song. She
I
needs her own
do.
theme song.
Come
So
on, Melanie. Come on.
what's up,
That's
Mel?
my hairdresser. I miss my blue, but this ginger is doing good.
I can't see the chats, but
Yeah, Alpha. Okay. So I said something about Alpha's hair products. Alpha got my hair naturally curling and growing.
come on, grow me some hair.
Listen, my mom's hair completely fell out. My mom's hair is growing back.
Oh wow.
When
Oh,
Alpha told us like she can guarantee that your hair will grow back, she was not lying. And I'm not just saying that because Alpha is on here, but no, I am proof that it works.
all right.
But I'm so proud of you. Um, even in even in persevering through whatever you did. I will see you sometimes and I'll be like, I just want to hug him. And that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what he going through, but I'm going to hug him. I'm going to hug him so he'll know I don't care what's going on. Somebody in this world love you.
Hmm.
Do you understand?
We need it.
Sometimes I didn't understand why I was there until I would come to rehearsal.
Hmm.
And it was like, it's time to show love.
Hmm. Real
And
love,
it was
genuine love.
sometimes when I didn't feel it myself, but somebody needed the love that was in my heart. And I made sure I showed up every time.
Hmm.
You were on my radar all the time. All the time. Like, where's my Rob? Okay, now I feel better that he's here. Now let me go and hug him. And then I will be all right. Or we'll end up next to each other somehow in rehearsals anyway.
Right.
But I appreciate you for taking the time on your day off to come down and sit and have a conversation. We wasn't sure what we were going to talk about,
Hmm.
but as I always state, you're always in good hands. I'm not Wendy Williams. I'm not that type of person, but whatever needs to come out will come out. Um,
Exactly.
uh, Success at its finest in what you've been able to touch and hear. We still haven't seen nothing yet.
Hmm. The best is yet to
Your
come.
your music I have been playing, um, that old school feel,
Hmm.
which always will get you anyway because that song is already there.
Hmm.
So you're already in that moment of, oh, this the that's the
Right.
groove.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, this is out of this gone. This is out of the park. This is
Thank
very
you.
purposeful, and it was very good to see you step out in your dreams. You you got the look, you got it.
Amen.
Now it's time to get out there and really do it.
Doing it. And I'm doing it by myself if I have
It's
to,
okay
because
if you have to.
I'm doing it because it's something that I want to do, and it's something
I
for
wish you
me.
could have been out there modeling with me.
I thought about it, but I said no.
You should
Mm-mm.
have. You should have. I went based off because it's Mike.
and that's I would have gone because it was Mike, but yeah.
Yes, I went because it was Mike, and they had me walk, and they was like, "You got a powerful walk." It's like, "Really?" She's like, "Yes, you walk with so much confidence." I said, when I said about modeling before, I said, I tell everybody at least do it once,
Mm,
one fashion show. It'll change your life. Like, nobody can take that away from you. It
right.
gives you so much confidence, and they push you
Hmm.
to,
I
be
did a
all
little bit
that you
of
are.
modeling.
Oh,
I did a little bit of just just
listen, you got
minor
it.
modeling.
You got it.
Okay,
I'm serious.
watch out, Vogue.
Listen, and whoever else magazine. Come on now.
Right, right. You're so sweet.
Yes, I'm
Well,
so
I want to
serious.
say thank you so much for just doing what you do, for being who you are, and even this platform, it's still a arm of you providing love, giving that love to people. It's ministry. A long time ago, when I went into the ministry, I am licensed and ordained, and I struggled about that because I was like, I don't look like the people that are behind that. I don't hoop. I don't do all that stuff. But somebody said, your pulpit may not be behind that lectern. It may not be in a church building. It could be out there in the streets. It could be at your school. It could be at many different places. And I believe that this is ministry for you. I believe that this is your ministry. I believe that you are walking in your destiny. Whether or not this is just part of it, or if it's a vehicle to get you to that next step. Um, I just want to thank you for being obedient.
Well, thank you for saying that. It I today I had a conversation with my coworker, and he said it does your heart merry when you're able to help other people, or you see them um, getting the help that they needed. Well,
Mhm.
God told me when I first started this show that I was going to become the help that I once needed, whether
Mm,
it was help, whether it was advice, whether it was being connected to who I needed to be connected to. Well, I know a plethora of people, and everybody's in this almost in the same circle, like we in the Olympics somewhere.
mhm,
It's
mhm,
only one phone call away
mhm.
from who needs who.
Exactly.
And it's been proven in just this conversation. Two people didn't know they was brothers and sisters. We all met some way. I met Tone years ago. Didn't know about his sister. If I would have never got into PT, I would have never met you. I would have never
Mhm.
met her. And because of all of this, who knows what other doors are open?
Exactly.
And the fact that I've been trying to get Michael Mendenhoff, I mean, for a minute now,
It's my buddy, my
with
brother.
all the talent that's here in
Ugh,
this city and the
yes.
stories that they can tell, the education that they give, is needed for the village. I
Mhm.
promise you it is. Well, with all that being said, I have some church announcements. So govern yourself accordingly. And last but not least, while I'm doing that, I always talk about having a balanced life. What does a balanced life look like for you?
Balance. It has to be, work life balance. You have to have something that provides you with peace. You have to have your sanctuary. We're going to deal with a lot of stuff. My sanctuary and my peace is my music. It not necessarily even my music, but it's music in general. Just surrounding myself, engulfing myself with that, and I have a good social group of friends that I can lean on and talk to, and just sometimes just relax, release. Just like this rain is flowing on this car, it can just run down my back. So that's how I keep my balance. And my mama's still my mama. She's still my ace boon coon, and I just sometimes now, even as an older person, the conversation goes from mama son to son adult. You know what I'm saying? Best
Yes.
friend. So
Um, yeah, we
yeah.
had those conversations. My mom, we struggled growing up.
Hmm.
Well, me growing up, we were too much alike, and we was
Hmm.
like, "Who gonna be the mama, me or you?"
Right.
And so now, as my dad is deceased, and my mom is, she's in her dating again, and so it's like, "Ma, no, you shouldn't talk about like that. Nah, then he gonna be thinking, you know." And so we had those conversations. I usually see my mom um, every day or every other day, or she'll text me, call me just to check in. I'm okay. I got this going on. And so as an adult, I would have never thought this would have, that conversation would have been happening. But um, right now, when you're going through stuff in life and they're still here,
Mm.
that advice that they give you is
Yes,
priceless.
it is.
It's priceless.
Yes.
Those moments of she might be going through it and she'll be like, let's sing a song. Because my mom was my first teacher.
Okay.
And so her singing, her music, dancing,
Mm.
that was our love. That was our thing. And that's what continues to bring us together. So balance is, the village for me. I mean, it's not just my family, it's my friends, it's my church family, it's my coworkers, it's my girls like, hey, let's go take a girls trip.
Hmm.
It all means something
Hmm.
because it's all facets of me. So
Yep.
again, let me do these church announcements. It was just hailing over here.
Really,
Bad. Mm-hmm.
it's just
My
raining
sister out
here.
in Westland, she still had the sun sitting on her back porch.
Oh, no.
But on
I
the
need to
east
go to
side, it was
Westland.
hailing. But that's Michigan for you. Ah. So last October, I was able to write my first single book, even though I've written with several books. But this is one by myself. This is called the Blueprint God's Design, where God told me to, I was getting frustrated. I was doing too much on my own. And he said, get back to the beginning. You can't do nothing without me. So this book is on Amazon. You can put the code in or you can put my name in and it will come up. Also, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Black Top Street Ball Association, which is Wally Dixon of and One. So shout out to him. Love him more and more and more. Again, if you want to help with any of the bills here, with the things that happen with podcasting, um, that you can donate at the Cash App at Sunshine Camila, Kamilah. That is how you really spell my name. My friend Alita Cotton. Oh my God, I'm so glad I met
Woohoo!
her. Ginger and turmeric tea, the best that this side of heaven. And I'm not just saying it because I know her. The proof is in the tea, not the pudding, but the tea.
Yes, yes.
Her company, AC's Teas, 313-380-0321. She's on Facebook, AYECEE. Please get in touch with her. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Um, my friends, Larry, um, the Waffle Cafe, Detroit. Oh my God.
I gotta go there.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go. You got to go. I went Saturday and I got their maple and bacon waffles. Woo. And I got 2 cups of a lavender lemonade. It was so
Mm,
good.
mm.
I mean, if you want some ice cream, they got wraps, they got the actual waffles, they got chicken, they got shrimp. And I love the fact that they have a full menu and it's not expensive.
Hmm.
It's not expensive. It's a nice atmosphere. Again, Waffle Cafe Detroit is in there banging. You can do business meetings there. It is awesome. Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18685 Livernois, Detroit, Michigan 48221. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You can even tell them Sunshine sent you. It's all good. Awesome and incredible vocalist. Real. Oh, Corey's in here. Mr. Help with the Zap people.
Who was that? McClure?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Corey.
I
That's
love
my
me some
buddy.
Corey.
Yes.
Corey was actually the one told me to audition for a PT.
Oh, wow.
I've known Corey for a long time. Matter of fact, I met Corey at PT years ago when he was in it.
Show
My
me the
family knows
shoes,
him.
babe.
Yeah, and I met him afterwards, and we've been
Yeah.
friends ever since. I want to say no, I don't know what year it was. Don't give me the line. Yes, Corey. Hi.
Amazing
Um,
singer, actor.
amazing talent.
Oh,
Period. Can
yes.
play the drums and sing and act I mean, it ain't and putting lights together. Come on now.
Right, right.
Show me some shoes. What?
He did a song. Sometimes when you're so talented, a little
Hey,
craziness can
Yolanda.
peek out. So he said that one day in a rehearsal, I want to say, and it turned it into a bit in the production.
Show me some. Listen, Corey, man, he's so underrated. Oh my
Yes,
god. Like
yes.
it makes no sense. I had him on the show before and I clowned him like on his basketball team of a family he has. But I love him. Matter of fact, his youngest daughter just graduated. Was it uh was it preschool? Which one is it? What did she graduate from? Corey? She graduated from something.
Hmm.
But anyway, you guys, I love everyone who stopped by to have a wonderful conversation. Oh, kindergarten. I knew she did something. Well, congratulations to her. Um, to have this wonderful conversation with our local
Uh-oh.
Teddy Pendergrass, our local
Right.
Luther, our local Daryl Coley, all mixed in one. I gotta hit the theme song one more time
One more
before
again.
we go. Mister did this for me. I appreciate it. Oh, I
That
had
sounds a little
paused it. That's what
distorted.
happened.
Okay.
I'm like, what happened? I wish y'all keep the thing, y'all.
And that's when you do your little
So,
spoken word right there, right there, right there.
exactly. Dang, all it. So, before we leave, you have alerts before we go home. Oh, my bad. I'm already at home. Any last words, sir?
Nothing, nothing. Just never give up on your dream. You never know. And if it doesn't work the first time, keep on trying.
Amen. That was wonderful. So, you guys, I'll be back on Thursday at 7 with King Wesley, who's killing it in this acting game right here in the city of Detroit. Um, and again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proven over and over again, as it was tonight again. And also remember to smile. You are on God's candid camera. So again, I will see you guys on Thursday. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell somebody about the show. We want to get to TV land, okay? I can't do it without you. What it say? You and all of your guests are underrated. You guys are awesome. Oh, Corey, don't make me cry. That was an ugly. That was an ugly cry. I was trying not to mess up my makeup, but you know, it happens sometimes. Again, thank you, Corey. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, P family. Thanks everybody that came through, made comments. I love y'all. Please share the link, and I'll see y'all on Thursday. See ya.
Peace.
One more time. One more time for the road. One more time. One more time. One more time for the road. One more time. Come on, Drew Hill. One more. All right, people. I'll see y'all on Thursday.
Bye-bye.